All right. Good morning, pirates. We are here to get things done. I don't know what those things are, but we're here to get things done. I am still a little tired from last night. So, I don't know what I'm going to be doing this morning. I do know that I am going to eat breakfast as always and drink my coffee. I am currently watching a video, so I might just do that. And I do have to type up a few things, so I'll probably work on those. So let's see who all is here, and then we will get started with the first sprint. Let me go ahead and add in the timer, because I have not done that. Because I don't know if you guys can see it, but we are sitting at the table because breakfast, and we have blueberry-ish pancakes as our spirit for the first one, and then I will change it to something else and change to a different location for the second two. So that is what we have right now. And let's see who all is here. Swank, Guten Morgen, Pirates. Happy Sour Candy Day. Do I have any? I don't know if I have any. I'll look. Happy World Listening Day. And Happy Autistic Pride Day. Ooh, a very eclectic group of days. I'll have to tell the Happy World Listening Day to my children and my husband and see if it works. Molly is here. Hiya, Swank. Yo, Molly. Lindsay is here. Hey, how's everyone doing today? I watched some of 100 Pages Book Club this morning, although I didn't end up with much time for reading as there was a lot of fun chat. I'm glad Vanessa joined you. Yes, Vanessa said she would join me, and to be honest, I didn't get much reading done either with the book. Not because of the chat, but because it was like I had to read without an audiobook because I'm waiting for the audiobook to come in. And I think I made it to like page 35, and then my brain it wasn't cooperating anymore after that. It couldn't focus. It just turned itself off. It was like, nope, we're done. So I kind of tried to read, but I ended up like not reading. It was like every sound I heard, I tuned into. I don't know what happened. So I don't know if it was just because I was tired or what, but I'm hoping the audiobook will come in today and then I can just restart and get to where we need to be for next week. And then I think that will be okay. But that's where I'm at. Lindsay, I'm working today and off tomorrow, but I think I'll be out at the hairdresser during Pirates tomorrow. Ooh, getting your hair done. Very nice. Lindsay from Molly, and Molly says, yay for ish pancakes. Well, I mean, they're like, I say blueberry ish because it kind of looks like blueberry, but not really. So, I mean, we can go with blueberry pancakes. I should probably make some at some point. Molly says, I am still reading Bone, the complete collection, still. I mean, you did say it was over 1,000 pages. So, how far are you now? Are you closer to the end? I imagine 1,300 pages is gonna take a bit. Lindsay says I'm very distracted today, just in case that's not clear from the 1,000 messages I'm gonna put on here. No worries. I completely understand. We'll see how I go this morning because I'm a little tired, distracted, and things may happen, things may not happen. Molly's laughing. And Swank says, Konnichiwa, Lindsay. Oh, you're so close. Molly says, I'm at 1002. So you only have like, what, 300 pages to go? Um, you could get closer to finishing. You'd probably finish today or tomorrow. Yes? Um, and Lindsay says, yeah, I've got short hair, so it needs cut every 6 to 8 weeks. Anytime I've had short hair before, I've grown it out, and that's a lot of maintenance. Yes. I So the last time I got my hair cut was the beginning of this year, roughly. And my hair takes so long to grow back that I haven't, like, I was planning on going around my birthday in May, and it's still kind of short. So, but with my hair being so wavy and curly, I'm probably going to have to wait until like just before the kids go back to school and then everybody gets a haircut, that type of thing. Because it's a whole thing. Um, but my hairdresser does a really good job, so that's why I keep going back to her because I can't. I'm not one of those people that just go and bounce around to different hair salons. If I find one I like, I will go to that person until they tell me no. If they say no, I can't do. I'm not doing hair anymore. Then I go. Please recommend someone because I'm not gonna go look for one. It took me a while to find this hairdresser, and she does wonders for my hair. I can't replicate what she does with my hair, but she does wonders. And so I'll have to see because my hair usually tends to be about here, and she'll like, oh, we'll take like an inch, just an inch, just just a small amount because the way that my hair grows, it's kind of like in an what she called it, like an S curl or something. So if she cuts in the middle, like if she were just to take a solid inch, but it's in the middle of a curl, then the hair won't sit right. And so if she has to like cut, she basically cuts by curl. So if I say I want an inch, then she cuts one curl. If she cuts 2 inches, then it's two curls. You see what I'm saying? So I understand completely about the hair. It looks like I'm being attacked by a Lorelei. Good morning, Miss Lorelei. Um, Swank says, sorry I missed last night. I partied with my neighbor. No worries. I hope you had a fun time at the party. It's good to get out and see people sometimes. I am not one of those people. Molly says, depends on how hard I push. Oh, for finishing, yes. Don't push extremely hard, but just add a little pressure. Allie is here. You're close to the end, at least, Molly. Yes, I agree. And Molly says, true, Allie. Swank says, my hair has gotten way too long to my shoulders. I need to do a COVID haircut on myself. Ever since COVID, I've been cutting my husband's hair. And I keep trying to convince him to go back to like a hair salon. But he doesn't want to pay the money for it. But I don't want to cut his hair anymore. It was supposed to be a temporary thing because I, by no means, am a cosmetologist. So I'm trying. Hola, Ali from Swank. And Ali says, Hola, Swank. And Lindsay says, hairdressers are magicians if you find the right one for your hair. Yes. Yes. and they have to be within your price range too. This hairdresser I had, she talked me through all of the steps. She's been working on my hair and products that I can use because I told her, I said, most days I just have to be able to get up and put my hair up in a bun and just go. Other days I can take a little more time with it, but with two kids, not so much. So she was very understanding, and she even walked me through when I had the blue in my hair, which I would like to do again, but that was a lot of stuff to do because my hair was poofy. But we have all of the tools. Allie says I'm close to finishing my book on 270 of 311. Then we shall get into our first sprint so that you all can continue reading because Molly's getting close to finishing. You're getting close to finishing. I need to see if my audiobook came in so that I can restart A Darker Shade of Magic. Very interesting trying to read it with my eyeballs. Yeah, last night. I kept reading the same sentences over and over again. And when I finally got to 35, I checked out. I was just like, I cannot do this right now. So my brain was like, nope, we're not doing it. Swank says, I finished Feral Creatures yesterday. 5 stars. Woohoo! Is there a next book in the series, or does that finish out the series? Because I remember you said that was a book 2, if I remember correctly. Let us know what you're going to be reading now. And we're going to go to our first sprint. So let's pull this up. First 30 minutes, and I will see you back afterwards. All right, how was that first sprint? Let me switch screens here. How did everybody do? I got stuck on my desk. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Bernard heard me. Okay. My computer started playing things, noise. I don't know. I feel a little better. I ate breakfast. I have coffee, although I probably need to heat it up again. Mm. It's still warm, but it's slowly but surely diminishing. I'll probably switch to my coffee mug in the next sprint. So, breakfast I fed my children because they woke up and immediately were like, "We're hungry." So we did that, and then finished watching the video that I did not finish yesterday. So now I have to, I guess, write my to-do list and figure out what I'm gonna do for today. Because I don't plan on leaving the house today. I did that a bunch earlier this week. I don't need to do it anymore. So, and I can't exactly move things into the library yet until we have the bookcases in. So I have to wait for that. Um, but we will. It does. That's the other thing I did. I did go and check on the status of the drying of the first bookcase, and it does look like um it does look like it should be able to be moved into the library. So you guys will have a picture of that in the Discord later. I just have to wait for the husband to come and do it, or help me move it. It's a very big bookcase, and I don't know how we're going to do it. We're probably going to have to take it out of the garage, go around the house, and come through the door that connects um, the library to the bathroom to the outside. Does that make sense? So it'll have to go in that way, and then we'll have to lay it down and then move it up to the wall. Very strategic we have to be because these are huge, and I don't know if they're going to hit the ceiling fan or not. Um, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll try to film this bookcase going in, but we'll see. Let me. I need to figure out where I want to put us in the next sprint because we don't need to sit at the kitchen table anymore. So we'll have to figure out where we want to sit and what we want to do. Let me see where we left off in the comments. Here we go. That was our last comment. Swank was, she finished Feral Creatures yesterday and gave it 5 stars. Swank said just 2 books. Ooh, a duology. So you are finished. What will you read now? Ren says, hello, hello, everyone. And how did I miss 2 sprints? You didn't. Apparently, all of us were not paying attention to the banner, and it was still saying final sprint banner from last night's book club sprints. I tried to turn these things off, but when I sign back in and go into a different studio, it's there. I don't know. So we'll make sure today that before I leave, it does not have it. But I guarantee it'll probably be there when I sign back in. Ren says, but today I'm hoping I'll actually finish Bloodbound. LOL. I've got 2.5 hours left in the audio. You've got this. I can get you through at least an hour and a half. Because 3 30-minute sprints. This was me saying that we didn't catch the banner from last night. And this is me thanking Ren for letting me know about the banner. Molly says, I cut off the hair that was brushing my ears the other night. I was so proud of myself, so I went to look in the mirror. I gave myself a mullet. Oh no! Oh no! This is me saying oh no to Molly. And Paula came in. Hi, Alicia in chat, popping in to hug the like button. Is Paula sprinting? I don't know if she's sprinting. She is. She's doing the Maker Quest sprints. I will post her link and we can all go say hi and good morning. Molly says hi, Paula. We had Andy pop in, swinging by to say hi, Alicia and friends. Hello, Andy. How are you? And then Swank says, howdy, Andy, and hola, Paula, and privet, Ren. Allie got to page 249 of 311 in Murder in Season. Oh, so close. So close. You'll be able to finish that by the end of sprints today. Swank says, Molly in laughing emojis. Allie says, hello, Paula. Hello, Ren, and anyone I missed. Molly, I am taking a bit of a break from Bone. Don't blame you. What are you going to be working on? Swank says, finished morning pages. Yes. Gold star. Molly, looky, you go, Allie. So close, right? We're going to have a finished book this morning. For sure. Molly says, rude kids, always expecting to be fed 3 times a day. Actually, it feels like more because my kids, I swear, are like, they're definitely grazers for sure. Like, I feed them 3 meals and then they always get snacks in between. So they eat a lot, but they also are very active. So, and not like in sports or anything, but they're constantly, like, if they can't go outside because it's raining, they're running laps around the kitchen. Or if they can go outside, they're running laps and they're swinging and they're doing laps in the pool, and so they're always quite active. Their metabolism is probably through the roof. Allie says, I know, Molly, so close. I am determined to finish next sprint if possible. You got this. Ren says, hey to Swank and hey, Allie. Just scrolled through TikTok that sprint. Nothing wrong with that. And Allie says hi to Andy. All right. I think that's the last sprint I see. Go to. Yep. All right. So both. Let's go ahead and pin that comment and then we'll pull up our timer. Let's change up the scenery here. And we can change the spirit too. Do, 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 do. I don't really feel like being in the garden today, so. Oh, I don't think I've used this one before. Oh, that guy's creepy looking. Maybe I'll do this one, and then I will go to the desk because I do have to type up a few things. So let's do typing, and we'll keep that one, and then we can change it for the third sprint if we need to. All right, so I'm gonna close that. 30 minutes on the clock, and I will see you guys afterwards. All right. How did we do on that sprint? I finished watching the video that I was watching and I started updating my notebook. And then I went down a rabbit hole because I got a message from one of the people that I bought stuff from on Etsy. They sent me a message, and so I went to go access it, and I can't sign into Etsy. So Etsy is having an issue, but in the meantime, my brain is like, must see message. But I can't see message. Why can't I see message? I need to see message. So my brain is like hyper focused on must see message. So I don't know. Maybe I might restart my computer because I didn't like shut everything down yesterday. So I might restart it and see if maybe it is my computer, just to rule that out. If it is in fact Etsy, then I don't know what I'm gonna do to access this message other than wait until they figure out that they have a problem. Because I can't sign in to my Etsy account in order to see said message. So, but my brain is like must see message. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But that's pretty much what I got up to. Let's see where we left off. I know a couple of people came in. This was our last comment. Allie was saying hi to Andy. And then we had a Vanessa come in. Good morning, Vanessa. How are you? Because I know you joined me last night for book club sprints. How are you this morning? Because I was quite tired this morning. I didn't get up until about 8. Vanessa says, morning, pirates. Arr. Between the possum screaming outside at 1:30 and a bug that kept buzzing around the room last night, dive bombing my head, I am dragging this morning. You and I are in the same boat. Yes, I feel the same. I think one of my cats decided that they were going to throw up at 2:30 this morning. So that didn't help. And I didn't go to sleep until almost midnight anyway. And then my husband tried to wake me up and was like, okay, I'm leaving for work. And I was like, okay, bye, I love you. And I went back to sleep. Allie says, I finished Murder in season 5 stars. Now I'll be reading Rilla of Ingleside. Well, I'm glad that you finished Murder in Season. Nice, nice. And 5 stars. Must be really good. I have not heard of this Rilla of Ingleside. I haven't heard of that one. Who is it by? Allie says, morning, Vanessa. And Vanessa says, morning to Allie. Angie says, good morning, pirate friends. I'm listening to a NetGalley advanced listening copy. It's a listen now for gay shit called The Book of Girl. So far, not really impressed. Ooh. Hopefully it gets better for you. If not, I'm sorry. Vanessa says morning to Angie, and Swank says buongiorno, Vanessa. Swank says salam, Angie. Vanessa says ciao, Swank. Molly says read a few kids' books. Nice. Allie got to page 18 in Rilla of Ingleside. Nice. Allie, morning to Angie. Vanessa, do you do a password reset on your Etsy account? Will do. I didn't think of that. Do you think it could be like a hacking issue? I hope not, but I will do that. Vanessa, I just signed in and had no trouble at all. Well, that's why I want to reset my computer too, because I didn't shut down anything yesterday. So I'm wondering if like the the window is broken, so to speak. So if I shut everything down, restart it, and then try, I'll see if I can get in. If not, then yeah, I'll change my password. I need to go through one of those, like, there's a website that I've been seeing called Delete Me. And so I need to find something like that and just set it up so that all of my information that's on the web can just be deleted, and see if that helps with any of my issues that I have going on. Allie says it's the last book of the Anne of Green Gables series by L.M. Montgomery. Nice. Finishing out a series. I love when I finish out a series, but I have several that I need to finish. I have several. I need to count down how many. Vanessa says not shutting down for one day probably wouldn't make this issue, but a reboot never hurts. It's been a couple of days since I've done it because I've just kind of left things open, or I log out of certain things, but I don't ever close the window. And then when I close the window, I have it set up so that it forgets like passwords and all the things, but I haven't done that in a couple of days. So yeah. We're gonna reboot, see what happens. If it doesn't work, then password will be reset, and we'll go from there. So we'll do all the things, all of the things. All right. Because I was checking my. See, like I keep getting these weird emails. Like this one is like, I'm definitely not going to click on this, but they're like, thank you for your order. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. And if I don't know what it is, I'm not answering it. I'm not opening it. I'm definitely not downloading the picture that shows whatever I quote unquote ordered. So it just goes to spam. I don't think so. No, no. No, no. All right. Let's see, where were we? Christina is here. Good morning, Christina. Vanessa, I leave my computer on for weeks at a time. Same. I usually do too. But I've been getting like weird spam emails, and I've even been getting like spam calls on my phone. So I don't think my phone has anything to do with my computer by any means, but it's just coincidental. But the phone calls, the spam phone calls, it's always the you've been pre-approved for, and every time I get a call, the amount goes higher. They usually stick between like 30,000 and 80,000, but like if I have one in the morning, that will be the 30,000, and by the end of the day, it'll be up to 80,000. And I have done all of the things. I've gone through my carrier to do like a call filter. I've set it up so that they can't leave voicemail. I've gone through and made sure that I'm on the do not call registry lists, both national and local. And so it's annoying because I get like four to six calls a day. And now it's to the point where like I've set it up so that my phone doesn't register, or it'll register and it'll say, yep, you got this, but it doesn't allow it to go through, because they'd fill up my voicemail box in like 2 days time with all these damn calls. It drives me nuts. Christina says, just finished co-hosting a watch party. Ooh, what was the watch party for? Let us know. And Christina has our PSA for the morning. Remember to hydrate, feed thyself, check the laundry, take meds, stretch, and show some love to the like button. Also, make sure you sub and ring the bell so you hopefully get notified. Yes, please, and thank you. Helps the channel grow, and I can meet new friends. Vanessa says, I forget to reboot until something goes wrong. Same. Same. And Vanessa says, Christina. Allie says, I'm trying to finish it soon because it's on loan from my boyfriend's mom. Fair. Allie says hello to Christina, and Christina says, hi, Vanessa and Allie. Swank says, Mama. Angie says, oops, I was muted and missed the start of the chatty bits. No worries. Ren says made it to 82%. Nice. Vanessa, if you ever get a notification from a website you have an account on, don't click on the links. Just go to the account directly. If it's legit, it'll be in your actual account. Yes, I have done that because I have seen, and I like to go through, because they'll have like a whole bunch, like a regular email, but they'll also have like this click here thing, and I never click. Never. And I've gotten a couple from Amazon, and I always check like the to and from, because sometimes it doesn't even match. It'll say mine, but it'll say it like was sent to somebody else. And then I'll go through and I'll look for grammatical errors. And if there is like one or two, or even like it looks funny, I won't do it. And I'll go to the website itself and sign in and look. And so yeah, they're not getting me. They're not gonna. Although I did get once, because it was my dad's old email. He no longer had that email, but they got me because my dad had sent an email saying that he needed to converse over email because he couldn't talk over the phone because he had tonsillitis. And I don't know too much about tonsillitis except for that you get really sore throats. So, and I was like, huh. And so then, he was like, can we just talk over email? And I responded and said, yeah, that's fine. Let me know if you need anything. And then I got an email back saying something about, we need Amazon gift cards. And I was like, something, no. Then my brain clicked, and then I went back to the original email, and I was like, mother father. So then I called my dad to let him know. And so apparently I wasn't the only one, because it had gone through his entire email contacts. So my sister called him, I called him, somebody else from his church called him, and there were a couple of other people that had sent him messages on Facebook. And so when he made a Facebook post about it saying, hey, if this happens, it's not me, it was an old email. And I was just like, son of a bitch. So I reported the email spam thing and marked it as spam. And then I went through and did what I needed to do. I was just like, son of a bitch. So make sure that you call your family if they send you an email like such. And make sure that you can talk to them instead of just relying on email. I also thought it was weird too, because my dad doesn't really like, he emails, but he doesn't email a whole lot unless we're like sending things back and forth to each other. Like I sent him a Excel sheet that I had created so that he could do the debt snowball. Like that's one thing. That's the kind of stuff that we send back and forth. So I was just like, this I fucked up. So I changed passwords and did all the things. So yeah, you have to be careful out there. Christina says hi to Angie. Vanessa says there have been several big drops of hacked information this month, right? And this is getting a little ridiculous. It's a little ridiculous. Angie says hi, Christina and Vanessa. Mel is here. Good morning, Alicia. Good morning, Mel. How are you? Vanessa says, so that's probably why you're seeing an increase in bad emails and calls. Yeah. Yep. I have to. I need to go through and just figure out how to remove my information from the interwebs. Have a clean slate. That would be so nice. I don't like to be bothered. And the thing is I hate when I get these calls for you've been pre-approved for such and such. Listen, if I needed a loan, I know where to go and get one. I will seek you out if I need services or loans or whatever. But I'm trying not to. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't need it, I don't need it. Stop calling me. If I need it, I'll call you. And Christina says, morning, Mel. And Christina is putting hearts. Mel says, I forgot Morning Time Private was going on to be on your channel today. Yes, yesterday and today, and then Kelly should be back tomorrow. Mel says, Christina Bay. Isis is meowing somewhere. I'll have to find her. She's doing that, like, not necessarily howling, but it's like she knows she's by herself and she's trying to get attention. I'm all by myself. Help. Vanessa, I've seen such a huge increase in spam calls this year. I get more spam calls than I get real calls by like dozens. Yes. For me, it's been going on since last July. Like in last July, before I figured out how I could get like the call filter and be able to block them and I couldn't leave voicemails. And before I figured all that out, I was getting like 6 to 8 calls a day. And all of them seemed to be coming from New York. So I was even able to block area codes, like block by area code through my my provider's call filter thing. And I can do up to 10. And then ones that don't call as much, I would take them, take them off and put a different one on because it's like they bounce around. It's somewhere in that area that these things just keep calling. And I'm just like, go away. Just go away. I almost want to like, we don't have a landline here, but I almost want to get one for the pure fact that they could call and then I'll just let it ring. Like, I'm not answering. The other thing I've been doing is I will answer the spam calls long enough for them to start talking, and then I know that they have the press 9 to remove from list. I've been doing that too, and my husband does it when he catches my phone and I'm not around. And he's even talked to people. Like, he's actually gotten through to someone and he says, listen, I don't know why you keep calling my wife's phone, but remove this number from your list and don't call it again. So we get, it's annoying. I wish I could go to like a lawyer and say, listen, I've been getting spam calls from, is there a way that I can be compensated for them wasting my time? I don't know if I can. I'd probably have to have a thorough record of them, all the calls and things, but if it's possible, I would, because then, then they'd be paying me because they're calling me. But I don't know if that's feasible. Christine says, but I'm a cheerleader. You are. You're a fantastic cheerleader. We love you for it. Christine says, yeah, I get spammy calls, but they are all for Medicare and funeral expenses. Makes me feel old. Oh, that's rude. I did get one about Medicare recently, and I was just like, I don't have that I know of. That's horrible. No, I always get the loans. You're pre-approved for. Christina says, hi, Swank. And Charles is here. Hola, Charles. How are we today? Mel says, yesterday I got 6 spam calls back to back, followed by a spam text. It's ridiculous. Yes, I get those too. Mine are more local because they always sit there and text and say that they're doing free roofing quotes and they want to know if I'm interested. And the only thing I do is I respond with, please remove me from your list. And then I block the number. I'm so tired of people contacting me. Like, I just want to turn my phone off or get a new phone number, one that has never been used. My husband's phone, he got like a when he changed jobs and he got the new work phone. He almost immediately after he got it situated and removed and moved contacts over and everything, um, almost immediately he got a text message saying that his dental appointment was was scheduled for like 2 days from now. And he was like, I don't, what? He was like, they don't have this number, the dentist. So how would they know? He's like, obviously, this is not mine. So he's like, they always do that, press C to confirm or something else to cancel. So he canceled it. He was like, if they can't be bothered to change their phone number, then I can't be bothered to help them keep their dentist appointment. And I was like, that's a little, he was like, I don't care. He was like, this is my work phone. They're not going to call me or send me text messages about a dentist. And I was like, fair enough. Mel says, hey to Charles. And Christina says, hey, Steve. I love that you guys do that. Lindsay says, I sent all calls to voicemail if I don't recognize them and I never get messages left. It's like their automated thing. It just goes. But yeah, if I don't recognize the number, I don't answer it. And so, but with these, like, it's almost like I know now because I like it's going to be a thing. So, but I've stopped. Like, they're just, I'll probably get like 3 of them today. There are days where it's worse, like I get more, and then there are other days where I don't. It's quite annoying. Christina says hi to Lindsay. And Vanessa says, you can't rely on grammatical errors and spam and scam emails anymore. Another way AI is awful. Very true. They are getting better and better. Jean says, good morning, Alicia. Good morning, Jean. How are you? What are you going to be reading and working on today? Mel says, hi, hey to Jean. Charles says, hi, Alicia. Reading Coffee Shop in an Alternate Universe by C.B. Lee. Gay shit. Booping the like button, then back to work. I have never heard of that book. I'll have to look it up. Hopefully you're enjoying it. And thank you for booping the like button. Jean says, it took forever for YouTube to show me you. Oh, I'm sorry. Charles says hi to Mel. Vanessa says, when I get scammers on places like Discord or Messengers, I like to play along with them. I once messed with a scammer team for 2 weeks, trailing them along. See, and that's the thing too, is like, I don't understand. Like, what's the point? What's the point? That's funny that you like had them going for 2 weeks. Vanessa says, I posted play-by-play to a Discord I was on, and we had so much fun with them. Ha! That's funny. Charles says, winks, hello, sweetie. Mel, that's hilarious, Vanessa, right? Vanessa says, the more time they waste on me, the less time they have to scam less aware people. There's a guy on, was it YouTube? I think that's his channel, is he goes through and he finds scammer type things and he like fixes it or makes them, he scams them right back or something like that. If I find one of his videos again, I'll have to like share it. It's quite interesting. Vanessa says the initial scammer had told me to call him Daddy Eric. So now my friend group calls scammers Daddy Eric. What the hell? I can't. I just can't. Oh, nope. Can't be me. Can't do it. Can't do it. That's hilarious, though. So hilarious. Swank says privet to Mel. Mel says, hey, Swank. Vanessa says, Mel. What are you reading, Mel? Says Jean. And Mel says, Vanessa. Swank says, howdy, Charles and Jean. Jean says, hugs to Cameron and Nova. Vanessa says, hey to Charles. And Agent T is here. Good morning, Agent T. What are you up to this morning? Mel says, Jean, I've been bouncing between DCC3 and Resonant by Jeremy Jacobson, a bindery arc. Ooh. Hopefully you're liking both. Vanessa, also, if y'all have never seen the YouTube channel Scammer Payback, you should check it out. It is so gratifying. I wonder if that's the one I'm talking about. Hold on. I need to see. Yes, that's the one. That's the one that I was talking about. I don't remember him having blue hair, though. Maybe he recently did that. Okay, yeah, so he's had different color hair before. Okay, yes, that's the one I want that I seen. I'm probably gonna subscribe so I can watch more. Because those are like, he gets them back. Christina, we get like 20 a day or more, and they call from real people's phones and from places I know people from. Yes, I've also found that they like spoof, because I got a call one time and my husband answered it, and the lady immediately started giving him hell, and he thought it was a spam call. So he said, no, take me off your list, and he hung up. And then the person called back and she goes, oh, this is how you treat blah, blah, blah. And we were like, we don't know who you are, but we did not call you. So if this number showed up on your phone, then this number has been spoofed. So we are not calling you. We don't know who you are. Stop calling this phone number. And then they never called back, but it's the same thing. Like, anybody's phone number could get spoofed because they're just picking people's numbers and using them. It's insane. Vanessa says my cell provider is Google Fi, and they've got a great call screening function. Ooh. Allie says hi to Jean. Vanessa says most of those calls are not from actual businesses. They're scammers. Especially when you do get like the voicemails, and it starts out like the brief first 2 seconds is one message, and then it's like it switches and it goes, we're so and so from such and such. And like I've had multiple voicemails where it's a different person's name but the same company, or it'll be a person's name and then it'll say a different company, but it has the same structure. Hello, this is so and so from such and such, and we're calling to I forget what they say, but they do like we're here to talk about the pre-approval of your loan and steps forward or something like that. I don't know. And it's quite, I'm like, go away. Just go away. Angie says, I kept my landline for years without a phone connected to it, and I use it for anything marketing related, grocery cards, etc. So the spam calls would go to that, but it costs prohibitively. But it's cost prohibitive anymore. Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is for the longest time, they weren't, like, even spammers or whatever, they weren't supposed to be calling cell phones. But who has not too many people have landlines anymore. Um, so they've moved on to let's call cell phones because everybody has a cell phone. Listen, if I wanted you to call my cell phone, you would have my number. If I don't want you to call it, then go away. Alex says hi to Mel. Lindsay says logged off work early today, so I'm going to do some reading. Ooh, what you reading? Mel says, hey, Allie. Vanessa says, I think But I'm a Cheerleader was the movie she watched. Oh, that was I've never heard of that movie. And here I thought she was saying she was a cheerleader. Oi. Vanessa to Christina, I've started getting the funeral ones too. I'm all, do you know something I don't? Right? Listen, if you know something I do, please enlighten me so I can make better preparations. Swank says, Guten Tag, Dr. T. Jean says, we get duct calls like that all the time, or this older lady speaker Chinese. Oh, I don't think I've gotten any of those. Vanessa, I sometimes get spam texts. I have a script I use that basically says that my number is on the do not call list and telling them about all the monetary ramifications of continuing to contact me. I would like to have that script, please. Because, yeah. And my dad even suggested, he's like, well, go and make sure that your phone number is on the do not call list. And I'm like, don't you, like, it's not like a repeat thing. Like, it's not like you have to redo it every year, right? Like, once you put it on there, it's on there. So I don't know. I've checked and it says it's on there, but I've also done like local do not call lists. Maybe I should find one for New York and just say do not call. um Jean, did Alicia see any of my messages? It is. I'm pretty sure I did. Hold on. On check-in to make sure. Yeah, because I saw the one previous. Are there other ones that have we had to approve any of the messages this morning? I saw the what are you reading to Mel. I saw the hugs to Cameron and Nova. I saw that it took forever for YouTube to show my sprints. I saw the good morning. So that's probably when you came in. Yeah, so far I think I've seen all the comments. I don't see any that I haven't missed. Because let me go back down. This was the previous one. And then we have this one from Jean. I don't know, but I'm seeing them. Is there a particular message that was missed or not posted? Let me know. Vanessa, I've only ever had one send me a follow up message. All the others just disappear in the wind. Nice. Book two mama, right, Vanessa? And we are years, multiple years away from Medicare age. Yeah. Yeah, see, and that's what I don't understand. Like, they should really know their demographic if they're going to send those kind of calls and spam texts and things. Mel says one of the spam texts I received said, are you weekend shifts open? Sir, I'm a stay at home mom. I work all the shifts, right? Right? I don't like that's a that's the thing too, is like they need to know their if they're gonna sit there and spam you, then they need to know your background. Which I know that they don't care. They're trying to see who's who or who answers and who they can scam. It's just all annoying. Swank says scammer payback guy has really blue hair. Too cool, right? I think the one I watched, he had like the blonde, so it was probably before he added the color. Vanessa says to Christina, right? Medicare almost 10 years away. Ugh, that was like a Uno reverse on myself. I'm less than 10 years from Medicare. Ugh. It's it's all just Vanessa to Mel is laughing. Vanessa, oh, if you're looking for additional gay shit, I can recommend the author K.D. Edwards. Oh, there you go. I don't think I've heard of that author before. We'll have to we'll have to take a look. Christina says, I think one of my faves was when they called to ask me if I wanted to sell my timeshare property. I was, ooh, where is that? Let me visit once before I sell it. That's funny. We've also we've gotten text messages where they say, are you interested in selling your property? We've got it both for our house. We've also gotten it for my in law's house. We've also gotten it for Alan's grandparents' house in Virginia, which obviously for his parents and the grandparents, we don't have ties. I mean, we go and visit that place, but we don't have ties. It's not like we live there, it's not like we own it, that kind of thing. So, why would they be texting us if to see if we wanted to sell it? You know what I mean? Like, I can't do anything about it. You're talking to the wrong person. Um, Molly says for iPhone users, you have options to silence calls so you never even know you got them. I've been doing that sometimes too, where if it gets to be too much, I'll put my phone on airplane mode. Don't care. I will figure it out later. If it's important, they'll leave a message if they can. Because my family knows if it's important, please leave a message, and I typically get back to them quicker. But if you don't leave me a message, then I go, he's just calling to say hi, or it wasn't that important. You know what I mean? Or, so. Vanessa to Christina laughing. Vanessa, yes, let's take a vacay before we sell the timeshare, right? Didn't know I had one. Swank says, Vanessa, that's a good movie. Guess I'll have to add that to my list of movies to watch. Christina says, right. And Mel's laughing. Was Daddy Eric posing as some sugar daddy? Oh gosh. We don't even want to think about that. Vanessa to Swank, I don't think I've seen it. I think Christina did. Mel says, aw, thanks for the hearts for the kiddos, Jean. Christina, what movie? Swank? Vanessa? I think they were talking about the Because I'm a Cheerleader or But I'm a Cheerleader or something like that. I think that was the movie. Hold, please. My daughter was asking me a question. Agent T says, I'm about to have some really early dinner and then I have to go out. Ooh, what's for dinner, Agent T? I want to know. Need to find my shoes first. Shoes are good. Shoes are good when you have to go out. Vanessa, scammer payback is a guy named Pierogi and a bunch of other people. The scammers know who he is, so it's hilarious to watch. Also, he's always had blue or purple hair. Nice. Christina is giving hearts to Nova and Cam. And Christina says, this one time, my sister got a spam call from her own number. What? How does one call themselves? See, that's a negligent thing on the spammer's part. Like, you can't call a number with their own number. They're just people. That's silly. That's silly. Agency says, I don't have a problem with spam calls because I never answer calls. I need to be more that way, but there are some things that I do need to answer for. So, but if I don't recognize the number or if it's not in my contact list, I don't answer it. Mel says, thanks for the hearts, Christina. Vanessa says to Christina, that is crazy, right? My phone is permanently on do not disturb. Maybe I should try that for a week. Mel says, hey, Agent T, enjoyed dinner. Vanessa, also, you can get a free Google Voice number if you have a Gmail account. I use that for signups and things like that. I did not know that. Huh. I will have to look into that. Angie says it doesn't work for everything, but if you haven't registered your number on the national do not call list, you should do that. It doesn't reduce the number significantly. Well, and here's the thing. I've been on the do not call list for as long as I can remember. I want to say I signed up at like 2011, and I did not have any of these spam calls until July of last year. Then they started popping up like 4 to 6 times a day. So I know it works because I wasn't getting them, but now all of a sudden I'm getting them. So, and it's ridiculous. Vanessa says, I mean, she is a cheerleader. She is. Vanessa to Angie, agreed. Vanessa, I'll put the script in the Discord. Thank you, thank you. I'll start using that on those people. Christina, yes, but I'm a Cheerleader was the movie we watched, but I thought the same thing when Kiani was telling me about it. I asked her for ideas and she said that, and I thought she meant that she could not host or did not have any movies that she was cheering us on. Oh, weird. Swank says, yes, please, post it in Discord, Vanessa. Vanessa says, I haven't seen any messages needing approval. I didn't think so. I have them both up, just so, like, if I miss something here, because I know I missed one, but then I saw it on YouTube, so I don't know. We'll figure it out. Jean says, seems like you're getting them, but out of order. Oh, the messages? Maybe. And I got one error. No worries. Okay, hopefully we figured out the message situation. Hopefully it's okay now. Agent T says, Christina, can you help me? Vanessa, okay, posted the text response script in the general chat of the Discord. Awesome. I will look at that momentarily. Vanessa, feel free to use at will anyone who wants it. Thank you. Mel says, thanks, Vanessa. We'll definitely be using it. Same. If we can use it and have them stop calling, that's a win. Vanessa says Lorelai, and she's sending hearts. Mel says, hey, Lorelai. Vanessa, I never answer the phone unless it's someone I know or I know I'm going to get a call from an unknown number. Otherwise, it just goes to voicemail. Dude, they be filling my voicemail up. Like, I have one voicemail in there because it was my husband's nana and grandpa that called to wish me happy birthday. It's the only one that's in there. But the rest of them are all spam stuff. And it's annoying. Annoying as all get out. Vanessa, if it's important, they'll leave a message. Exactly. But spam calls are not important. All right. I think we have reached the bottom of the comments.
Okay.
I'm going to pin this last one and then we'll go to our final sprint. Vanessa says, also with Google Voice, you can download the app onto your phone and can actually get text and calls on your phone. So it's also good to use for people you need to be in contact with, but not give your number. Fair. And Agent T says, thanks, Vanessa. I will use it to spam call people and pretend they're the scammer. Oh, Agent T. No, no. No, no. Vanessa says, LOL, Agent T. Mel says, rude, YouTube. It didn't show the pink heart I sent Lorelai. LOL, here you go. I think it did. Did it not? That one? Either way, you get more. You get more hearts.
Yay.
Lorelai likes her hearts.
Happy.
Agent T says, totally unrelated. What's your phone number, Vanessa? Just kidding. Please don't tell me. Oh. You're going to get in trouble, Agent T. Mel says, Agent T creating chaos, as always. Love it. And Vanessa says, Agent T trying to get my digits. He fancies you. All right. With that, we're going to switch to this is our final sprint. So make it count. And I will see everyone back in 30 minutes.
Bye. Have a great sprint, everybody.
Have a good sprint. All right. How did we do on that last sprint? I sent the kids outside to play, so they are out in the backyard. I have a clear view of them from here, and I had to find Isis, but she is napping in my daughter's room, so she's fine. Um, I think she was just saying, "Hey, I'm here if you are looking for me." But she's sleeping in Lorelai's bed, so it's fine. And then I rebooted my computer, and at first it didn't look like it had fixed the problem, but then oddly enough, I went and like clicked on, because I was in Etsy. I clicked on like accessories or dad's Father's Day gifts or something, looked around for a bit, and then went to go sign in, and it let me sign in. So I don't know. But I got the message. So the message was is that she's just gonna have to she has to deal with personal things. So processing my order is going to take a little longer, but I should still have it by the end of the month, which is fine. No rush. The things that I bought from her are not really needed until the end of the month, and one of them is a piece of jewelry. So if she needs to take a little longer to do that, then that's fine. Because what I've ordered from her is my little book counter piece. It's all 3D printed, and it's little blocks that will give me the numbers that I can switch around so that I can say I read 20 books or I've read 30 books, or it's like a little counter, right? So I bought that for my bookshelves once the shelves and everything go back to normal. And then the other thing that she was selling, which I thought was really cool, was a 20-sided die, and you could pick your engraving piece on it. And so I did you could do like initials and a date. And so I did that. I did me and Alan's initials, so A and A, and then the date that we got married. And then there's a chain that goes with it that you can set the dice in. So those are the things that I did. So, um, but I was able to send a message back, and I did a review for one of the items because um, I ordered two of these. It's one of those like little thumb things, and you can set it inside your book so that it keeps the book open. This is absolutely fun. It was 3D printed, but I love the color, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like a little glittery. But I don't know, you might be able to see it better on that side. Maybe not. But that's what I ordered. So I was doing a review for that. So let's see what you guys got up to, and then we will skedaddle. And then we'll head out to other sprints if need be. Let's see, where did we leave off? This is where we left off. Vanessa was saying Agent T is trying to get my digits. That's funny. I haven't heard the word digits in terms of phone number in like forever. Vanessa said bye to Lorelai. I'll let her know that you said bye because, like I said, they're outside. And Vanessa says, I'm probably going to miss the last chatty bit since my stream starts at top of the hour. Thanks so much for sprints, Alicia. You're so welcome. And I'll see you in a bit on your sprints. Tula came in, popping in to tickle the like button. Thank you. I appreciate it. And Agent T says, Tula. And Vanessa says, hi, Tula. Allie says hi to Tula. I said hi to Tula. And I restarted my computer, and hopefully that will fix my problem. In a roundabout way, I think it did, but I'm not 100% sure. Swank says, hola, Tula. And Swank finished their study books. Yay. Allie got to page 21 in Rilla of Ingleside. Nice. Molly says, thank you for sprints. You're so welcome. Mel says, 8 chips, that sprint, and doom scrolled, lol, got no reading done. I mean, you had to have a snack. And if you're anything like me, I don't typically eat snacks and read at the same time because I don't want crumbs and stuff all over my books. So you're eating before you read. Mel says, thank you for the sprints, Alicia. You're so welcome. Vanessa, I updated my streaming software, looked at the stuff for our Airbnb for next week, got caught up on Discord messages. Whee! You're getting a lot done, ma'am. Ren made it to 94%. I have 35 minutes left in Bloodbound. Thanks for sprints, Alicia. You're so welcome. And if you need more sprints, Ren, here are Vanessa's sprints. She says, thanks for sprints, Alicia. I've got my stream in 15 minutes, so gonna head off. Here's the link, though. Thank you, thank you. I will be there in a little bit because I need to try to get some reading done. And it's going to be lunchtime for me and the kiddos soon. Jean says, just finished Sweet Pea by Kit DeWall. Absolutely loved it. Was heartbreaking. I think Mel would love it too. Ooh. Recommendations for our friends. And Ali says, thanks for sprints, Alicia. You're so welcome. Remember that Kelly will be back on the ship tomorrow for Morning Time Pirates. So we'll be over at the Cursed Dragon ship. And reading sprints on my channel on Sunday. And I think that's about it. I would say that there is going to be a video happening, but I foresee that videos on my channel are going to be non-existent until like July, maybe. We'll see what happens. But I think as long as I keep up with the live streams, I'm okay. It's just a lot. I try to film and then I say I can't film because the things have to be right, and I can't film in current conditions. I've tried. So hopefully once things go back to more normalcy, then I'll be able to film better. So be on the lookout. You never know, I might surprise you. But videos will be coming at some point. But until next time, guys, I will see you in the chats. I'll see you tomorrow back on Kelly's channel for Morning Time Pirates. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I need to go see what my children are doing because they keep opening and closing the door. I have a feeling they keep just checking the time. But if it's lunchtime, I will make lunch and then go get them. So they need not worry. But until next time, guys, thank you for hanging out, and I will see you guys next time.